Houston Councilwoman Amanda Edwards jumped into the race for Senate this week, joining a crowded field looking to unseat Senator John Cornyn. Today, I talk with Edwards about her plans if she's elected and why she thinks she can win. Before Houston City Council member Amanda Edwards would get a shot at unseating incumbent Senator John Cornyn, she first has a growing group of other Texas Democrats to beat out.
We know that there's going to be an Air Force veteran running. There's going to be other politicians running. Can you tell us why you feel you stand out from the pack?
I stand out from the pack because I am so focused on people and delivering results in their lives. You've got to listen, you've got to talk to them, educate, and then be educated by those residents. But most importantly, you have to deliver.
Helping decide the nominee may boil down to one question: who has the best shot at beating Cornyn?
And I've heard you use sort of the metaphor of David and Goliath. So why do you feel like you're David and have a legitimate shot at taking down this big dog?
I think in this instance, you have a perception that I should be the unlikely person to be successful. But given what is happening in the electorate, we see that women are very, very active and engaged this election cycle. Last time, in the 2018 cycle, there was about a 10-point spread, women turning out higher than men.
Two major issues Edwards is running on are improving health care and the economy.
Let's start with health care. What is your plan?
Instead of dismantling it, let's improve upon where there were opportunities for growth. People didn't like premiums going up. These were some of the things that people complained about. Let's fix those elements, but let's build upon the notion that people want to continue to keep their health care provider the same.
But I think a lot of people would say the Texas economy is doing great. So what is it that you're looking at?
The thing that affects so many people in terms of creating fear and anxiety is this notion of future of work. So we're thinking about questions like, how do we scale job opportunities for the future so that people in suburban, urban, and rural markets have those jobs?
Should people in Austin expect to see you back?
Oh, yes. They should expect to see me back, hear about what I would like to do, but more importantly, I want to hear from them.
I also asked Edwards about the accomplishment she's most proud of during her time on Houston City Council. She talked about the response to Hurricane Harvey, mobilizing hundreds of people to go door to door that brought folks the help and resources they needed.